Okay, so I saw this post. It says eliminate one sophomore album from each row. Okay, so here's all the options that we got, just so you guys can kind of see and everything like that. Before I start, fuck Camila Cabello. Y'all know I don't like that woman. Okay, so first row, I'm eliminating Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. As I said before, this album was carried by the singles. You know, you had Teenage Dream the song, you had California Girls, you had Firework, you had EC, you had great singles. Okay, I'm not taking away from the singles. I think the run that Katy Perry went on, I think it was a special run for the 2010. So I can give love to what she was able to do with the singles. However, the album tracks, they're not good. When we're looking at stuff like Circle the Drain and Hummingbird Heartbeat and Not Like the Movies and Peacock, those songs fucking suck. If we're being honest with ourselves, the album tracks in here are not good. The singles saved this album. The singles sold this album 1,000%. I can't imagine how many people bought Teenage Dream thinking this album was gonna eat and had to listen to shit like Peacock. No, I would return that and get my money back, because what the fuck was she doing? So yeah, that one's going. And I'll talk about the rest of my thoughts, but I want to say who's going first. And then this album, I don't even know who this is. I don't even know who this is. Is that Zara Larsson? I don't know. I haven't heard it, so that's why it's going. And then the last album, Camila Cabello, can go, because I already said fuck Camila Cabello. So that's who's going. That's who's going. My thoughts on these other albums was shared. This is the album, so, you know, you can look at it from a standpoint of just let's talk about the regular SOS. Let's talk about the regular SOS right now. So when we're looking at stuff like F2F was a really good song. The song with Phoebe Bridgers, Ghost in the Machine, might be my favorite song on this entire album as well. You had Blind, I Can't See, I'm Blind. Shirt was a good song. I love that she finally put that out, and the productions on there I thought was really good on there as well. So yeah, I don't know. SZA covered a lot of ground. She went in her alternative bag. She went in her R&B bag with stuff like Snooze and everything like that. She went in her rock bag with stuff like F2F. So she really showed everything that she could do. I think that this is a great album, like standard version. The deluxe, I thought that the deluxe is really good when we're looking at stuff like Crybaby, for example. Yeah, I'm fond of it. I'm fond of it. I think that SOS is better than Control. I'm sorry. Dua Lipa, Future Nostalgia, another album that I feel like is carried by the singles, but I feel like I would enjoy listening to that more than this Katy Perry album. Like, the album tracks are shit, but it's an easier listen to compare to Katy Perry. So, some favorites on here, basically the singles, where you had Levitating, which is a phenomenal song, Don't Start, Now, amazing, Love Again, Hallucinate, etc. The singles run was generational for Dua Lipa. Okay, so, you know, there's that. This is the album 21. I don't like 21. I don't like 21 as a body of work. Now, again, carried by the singles, in my opinion. Okay, when we're looking at stuff like Someone Like You and Rumor Has It, which might be my favorite song on that album looking back, because she was on fire with Rumor Has It. She had Turning Tables on the sound, which I'm not really that fond of her version. I like the Glee version better. So you had that. I'm at like an album track or two, but the album tracks don't really move me. I don't know. I think you guys overrate 21. 30 and 25 are better albums. Sorry. Ariana Grande. So we have the My Everything album. Some favorites. Break Free. That bridge was lethal. I love Break Free. I love Break Free. I don't know why people shit on Break Free so much. I love Break Free. And then Be My Baby. It's a good song. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but that's just the one that came to mind. So Be My Baby was a good song. My Everything, the song, doesn't get enough. Just a Little Bit of Your Heart does not get enough on this album either. It was a good album. It was a good album. I'm not saying it's one of her best. I'd probably rank it toward the bottom because she's released a lot of good work since then. But, you know, I do like that album. And then Billie Eilish, this album, it had stuff like Your Power on it. My Future was a good song on here too. Lost Cause, like Haley's Comment. There was some good songs on this album. However, I reviewed it years ago, and I don't think I've listened to this album since. I might have heard songs, but I don't know. It's not bad. It's just not something I'm really drawn to. My favorite project from her is still the EP. And then we got the Sabrina Carpenter album. Short and sweet. So overall thoughts, I liked about how the songs in the album. Taste, I thought was a good country pop moment. We also have to give some respect to Bedchem. Bedchem is the best song in the album. It really is the best song in the album. So I really love Bedchem. I like Espresso, obviously. Please, please, please. So Juno's a good song. So there's moments on here, but when we have stuff like Dumb and Poetic, Sharpest Tool, Light of Girls, Don't Smile. Why is there so much hype for Don't Smile? That song is mid as fuck. So yeah, that's kind of my overarching thoughts on Sabrina. So to recap, the albums that are going to be going, they're actually all in order. So the Katy Perry, whoever this is, no disrespect, I just don't know who this is, and Camila Cabello, they're all in order, okay? If I had to do the inverse, one album I would save from each row, I would save the SZA album, I would save the Ariana Grande album, and then I would save the Sabrina album. Yeah, so they're also all in order too, but let me know what you guys think below.